Hello, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm very good, thank you. How you doing?
Great, thank you very much. For anyone that hasn't heard much about you, do you mind giving a bit of background, sort of where you've been on your journey up to here?
Yeah, I'm originally from Tokyo, Japan. I started my dance training in hip hop and ballroom Latin dance back in Tokyo, and then I met a contemporary dance teacher at my school, and then I decided to move to London to train in contemporary dance at Laban, and I did the transitions, the postgraduate dance company up there, and since then I've been working as a freelance dancer and choreographer and teacher. Yeah, and then last year I made a piece for BA2 at Northern School of Contemporary Dance. That's how kind of we met. But yeah, that's the nutshell of my career, I suppose.
Nice. Because you do quite a lot of teaching as well as sort of performing in things and creating your own works. How have you managed to sort of balance all those things together?
Yeah, it's tricky. However, like I think the portfolio career is like a main thing within the arts at the moment. As the like a full-time jobs aren't that available. Like as a dancer, there are very few positions as a freelance dancer in the companies. So yeah, I guess I started as a performer working, but also I at some point, like I think I did about 4 years just being a performer, and then at some point I was like, oh, I actually have something to say, like I want to make my own work to say something. And so that was the fast working as a choreographer. And then also like being a dancer, I used to go and take like professional classes all the time.
Yeah.
And it used to give me life. Like it is, in between contracts and jobs, like you want to keep training and stay fit and learning new styles within the contemporary dance. And as I was taking, I was like, oh, I wish I could teach one day. So yeah, and then I think as I started making my own work, there are more opportunities to actually teach. That was quite interesting that my choreography stuff kind of brought me to more educational kind of teaching, professional classes, teaching like company classes, and teaching like a conservatoire students and stuff like that. That's really nice. I think this kind of juggling act of different roles, I guess, gave me like a financial stability a little bit more than just having a one role, because kind of it gave me more options. But at the same time, usually like choreography job comes in like long in advance, like half a year or sometimes even a year in advance, where I feel like dance jobs come in very last minute.
Yeah.
You get audition notice, you apply for it, and then sometimes you need to go into audition. Since once you get the invitation, like you have 2 days to show up for the auditions, and then in a week time you will get your job start. So it's quite quick turnaround as a dancer. So I think once I started working as a choreographer, I had to make sure that I give space for dance jobs, not taking all the choreography jobs, so that I can be available for, because there were moments that I missed the like dance jobs because of I took the choreography contracts first. And so I don't know, I spoke quite a bit, but that kind of nutshell, I suppose.
Nice. And you're sort of working internationally as well, aren't you? You sort of travel around quite a bit. Do you find you tend to look for jobs and then travel in and around those? And also, you've kind of explained already, but just sort of keeping yourself financially stable whilst working internationally. Do you find that's a lot more helpful with just taking on a bit more jobs in different roles?
Yeah, I think so. But also, like, I guess I started taking jobs internationally more as a performer first. And then I guess I went wherever the job was.
Yeah.
And also, like, the rest of the Europe, especially like Germany or even Scandinavian, like Sweden and other countries, tend to have a longer contract available for dancers, and also support there and conditions there are a bit much better than the UK.
Yeah.
So that really helped me to have a bit more stability. And also, yeah, then from there, oh, I don't know. Yeah, maybe because also I started doing rehearsal directing for UK dance companies. Then they went abroad to kind of recreate the piece that I was in. Or so, like, literally this kind of opening your avenues as much as possible and being open to it gives you a lot more opportunities. If you like that kind of lifestyle of juggling, it's not easy, but it does give you kind of different perspectives of being in arts or dance industry, I suppose, which is, I find it quite fun. But
Nice. And for people that want more of that kind of steady lockdown, not lockdown, but like more in one place type of lifestyle, would you say just opening yourself up to more variety of jobs can help financially in that sense?
Yeah, I think yes, I would say having more options do help, but also doing network or being seen helps a lot as well. So like going to take dance classes or online, or doing company classes online, even just to being seen by the people who offer jobs really helps. And but I mean, at the beginning of my career, I was working in a restaurant as well. And but I think, because I think people have different preferences. When I was working in a restaurant, I was like, oh, actually, I really want to be working in full time within dance. And I tried to do that by increasing the roles within that, like rehearsal director, choreographer, teacher. That really helped me. But I think some people are like wants to stick to like a performer's role. That's, I think, totally fine if that's what you enjoy. And then having a part-time job elsewhere, if that's what you really enjoy, then I think that's okay. And aiming for getting a full-time dance company contract, but having that part-time job aside until you get there, that is totally, if that brings you joy, I think you should go for it. But I think I personally just really wanted to be in the dance environment or theater environment the whole time. So that was my like clear decision that I took and went for it.
Nice.
Oh, did I answer your question?
Thank you very much. And the last question I wanted to ask, I saw that you've recently been appointed to an equity dance committee. Do you mind sort of explaining what that involves? Sort of, just all things equity dance.
If it's okay, I'm gonna explain what equity dance committee is.
Of course.
Because I think a lot of people don't know. So the equity dance committee is part of Equity, which is Performing Arts Union. Like, it's a union for anybody who works in performing arts industry. So it's not just for actors, actually for dancers, choreographers, magicians, singers, like variety of circus artists as well. And so they represent performers and people working industry. And within the union, we have committees which are made of actual members. So like we have equity dance committee, which is entirely like made of dancers and choreographers. At the moment, it's entirely like independent dance artists, like portfolio carrier working in subsidized sector. And so yeah, we gather together like 2 or 3 times a year to talk about the issues that we have in the industry, and then feeding back to the equity so that they can take actions. I mean, we take actions as well by like writing letters to MPs or cultural secretary, and also holding meetings for members to come together to talk about the issues and things like that. But obviously with the lockdown, it was so urgent, and we really wanted to be the support for dancers. So we were meeting probably like every other week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been quite intense. But yeah, we kind of created templates for people to write to the MPs, and we created like a information pack of where you can find the financial support, and yeah, other support that is available, like a mental health helpline, and yeah, things like that. So it's been quite intense. But so me being appointed to the chair was yeah, I've been doing this committee for about 4 years, and the 5th year I just kind of decided, okay, maybe it's time to step up a little bit.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for a while, and so yeah, I am co-chairing actually with another artist called Sarah Wookie. I think she works sometimes at the Northern as well.
Yeah.
As a lecturer. And yeah, so we basically, as a chair, we organize the meeting for the committee, and we run and chair the meetings, and also in communication with the equity staff members. And yeah, it's, I don't know, is that enough?
Yeah. Totally. Those resources you were mentioning, is there places people can go to find those?
Yeah, absolutely. If you go to Equity Dance Committee Instagram account, there's in the bio, you can go through there, and I'm happy to send you the link if it's helpful.
Fantastic. I'll edit it so that it just appears down here. But yeah, so if people want to sort of follow what you're doing, maybe connect with you, where should they go to do that?
In terms of equity?
Just any sense. More generically so.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram or Facebook, or yeah, in terms of equity, you can follow Equity Dance Committee Instagram and Facebook as well. I've been running the social media side with another person, so if you don't see my name, I still like behind the screen doing this.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for coming on today. It's been a pleasure chatting to you. And yes, I'll see everyone in the next interview.
Thank you.